Good evening, parents. Thank you for showing up this evening. You know, our theme is Show Up Together, and the fact that so many parents have shown up here on Curriculum Night means so much to us. We recognize the magnified impact on our students, your child's success, when we partner together. When teachers and parents spend time communicating, connecting, and collaborating, the children win. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Quinn Wolbecker, and I'm the proud principal here at Link. This is actually my 8th year as principal, and I absolutely love it. Thanks for allowing me the privilege of working here with your children in this fantastic community and among an amazing cast of educators. I feel so blessed to be here. And since we are in school and have a few minutes together, I'd like to, of course, administer a quiz. Now, don't worry, it's a true-false quiz, and hopefully it isn't too hard. The quiz is actually titled, When I Was in School. You know, like, when I was in school, I used to walk 10 miles to and from, in the snow, uphill, both ways. Well, for this quiz, all you need to do is raise your hand if these statements apply to you. Question 1. When I was in school, my teacher used an overhead projector. Now, hopefully the light bulb didn't burn out when you were getting to the good stuff, and you got to be the lucky kid to roll the transparency film when your teacher needed some more space to write. Okay, question 2. My classroom job was to clean the chalkboard erasers. Hopefully you weren't wearing a black shirt. And the third question, when I was in school, we sat in rows. And come to think of it, all the desks were the same height. Final question. Okay, how many of those things you see in the classroom right now? Right? It's changed. And while technology has changed significantly, we must also recognize how education has evolved since our days in the elementary classroom. The days of teachers being the all-knowing content masters have passed us. You know how I know this? Because kids have replaced the phrase, "Excuse me, teacher," with "Alexa." All we need to do is ask a machine for the information we're seeking, and it's delivered to us in a snap. Hey, Alexa, what's the capital of Vermont? What's the Pythagorean theorem, Alexa? Hey, Alexa, what is an overhead projector? I wish that Amazon would have named the device Teacher, so instead of saying Alexa, people would have said, "Hey, teacher," would have given a lot of credit to the profession. Nonetheless, our role as educators has shifted from being disseminators of information, the content experts, the place you go to for all of your answers, into what we'll call the facilitators of learning. Our role is to provide rich learning experience for students across subject areas and provide them opportunities to be problem finders, problem solvers, critical and creative thinkers, great communicators, effective collaborators, and contributors to the global society. We give them the critical information they need and then guide them to places where they can learn even more. We inspire them to take the lead, and we show them why this is relevant to their lives. Maybe some of you have heard the term 21st century skills, or maybe you've even seen a list like the one I'm about to share with you that conveys what skills are most beneficial in the workplace. Here is the top 10 list of skills that employers are looking for in the year 2020, according to the World Economic Forum. So here you go. The top 10 list include things like complex problem-solving skills, creative thinking, critical thinking, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision-making, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility. I know that our Link students are not entering the workforce in the year 2020, which is only a few months away, by the way. But I do believe that the skills for the workforce are developed at a very young age. That's actually the prime objective of schooling, if we think about it, to prepare our children for a successful future. And I know that this list of skills hasn't changed barely at all since a similar list was published in 2015. These skills are important for children now and will continue to be important as they enter adulthood. As I think about this list, I am more inspired than ever to be an educator. The skills, behaviors, and character traits that we aim to instill in our students makes me believe that we are raising a group of globally minded change agents that will solve real issues, create incredible innovations, make brilliant discoveries, and serve the communities around them. I am thrilled to be part of your child's journey, and the entire Link staff has the same passion and purpose to grow your child. One skill that I'd like to mention briefly highlighted on this list is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is actually one of the new skills added to the list since 2015. Often referred to as EQ, emotional intelligence gives us a common language, an insight into how we manage our emotions and relate with others. As multiple authors have pointed out in their works, emotional intelligence is malleable. It can be grown and cultivated. So we have committed to spending our time to developing our emotional intelligence, both as a staff and with our students. We implemented a social emotional curriculum last year that allows teachers to deliver weekly lessons around topics of self-awareness, managing emotions, solving conflicts with others, finding our intrinsic motivation, strategies to use when we're frustrated, and communicating with others, even when it might be difficult. We understand that if we invest in emotional intelligence of our students, we are opening the door for them to be successful, both in school and far beyond. It's been cited that people with high emotional intelligence set themselves apart from others with similar technical skills and often find themselves in leadership positions. We also know through research that the very best way students learn about emotional intelligence is through the adults that model it. We believe that the way we act as Link staff, the way we model emotional intelligence, respond to difficulties, communicate with one another, display our optimism in all circumstances, and celebrate the positives is the primary way that our students will learn these skills. To that end, we've devoted and will continue to devote significant professional development time to growing our emotional intelligence so that we can be the very best models for your children. If you would like more information about emotional intelligence, I highly recommend these two resources just to get started. Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradberry and On Emotional Intelligence by the Harvard Business Review. We are honored to be the role models and educators for your children. We are excited this school year where we know we will adapt to the changing need of our students and utilize the very best resources to help them succeed. We are devoted to being our best and challenging all students to be their best. We are passionate about our jobs and we know exactly why we do it. We're committed to doing this work together. We show up together. Thank you for being here tonight, for the many ways you support us at Link School, for your continued investment in your child's success. If there is ever anything more that we can do for you, just let us know. Thank you again for being here this evening. Take care.